So breaking news, Klay Thompson will miss the rest of the next season. He will miss the entire season as he has a torn Achilles. What we thought was just going to be a lower leg injury, what it was, reported as. I didn't think it was going to be this serious. I thought it would be something that would probably sideline him for a couple months, but I didn't think that he was going to miss the entire season. This is devastating for not only the Warriors, but for the league and for Klay Thompson and his family, as I know Klay Thompson, we all know Klay Thompson was trying so hard to get back on the court. He was looking good in the little training camp bubble thing that the Warriors had, and it looked like the Warriors were going to get back to where they was a couple years ago when it was just Steph, Klay, and Draymond, and they were winning and beating everybody. And it was going to get back to that, and they were going to be in this Western Conference Final with the Clippers, with the Lakers. Some people had them favored, to win a championship. Some people had them favored, to win the West. And now that you lose to Klay Thompson, you don't even think you're going to win the Western Conference, let alone win a championship with what you have. Yes, Steph Curry is a great player. Andrew Wiggins is a good player. Draymond Green is one of the best, glue guys, defensive players in this league. And yeah, you still got the young guy, James Wiseman, but Klay Thompson, let's not confuse who Klay Thompson is. This is one of the best scorers and three-point shooters in our league. Behind Steph, he's the best shooter in the league. And in a three-point shooting league, a majority three-point shooting league, him and Klay on the same team were fit for this, and they were perfect together, and they are dominant together. You can't have Steph without Klay. You can't have Klay without Steph. That's been said so many times. And now seeing this roster where you're going to have Steph by himself with the young Wiseman kid who is going to be good, but we don't expect him to be nothing crazy enough to replace Klay's production. And even if he's good, it won't be the same because of the way Klay plays with Steph. James Wiseman is going to be knocking down threes. Andrew Wiggins is not going to be knocking down threes the way Klay does and playing defense on the other end the way Klay does. You forget Klay Thompson was the Warriors' probably best on-ball defender. And he was guarding the LeBrons, the KDs, the top guys on the Warriors that the Warriors were facing. He was guarding those guys. And he's gone. So you hurt big on the defense side of the ball and the offense side of the ball, losing Klay. You can hope that Andrew Wiggins has a bounce back year and finally reaches his potential, because it could happen. You know what I mean? You're around Steph Curry. Steph Curry is still going to help this team. This is still going to be a playoff team. Steph Curry is just that good of a player. Andrew Wiggins is not a scrub. Draymond Green knows what he's doing. He knows how to, lead the floor. When he's playing with Steph, he's Draymond, the all-star Green. Point blank, period. And you still got a young James Wiseman that, hey, he could probably give you 15 and 10 day one. He's that good. But it's definitely a terrible loss for the Warriors, because you're missing your second best player and a player that fits with the Warriors so well and makes them dominant. Without Klay, this team is not as dominant because you can focus on Steph and double Steph. When it was Klay and Steph, you couldn't double because you got to put so much eyes on Klay. He running around screens, Curry running around screens. It was so hard to deal with both of them. But now with only one, you can kind of do what, the Lakers did to Damian Lillard last year in the playoffs, where you can throw doubles at, Steph Curry as soon as he crossed half court and make it and put the ball out of his hands and put the ball into somebody else's hand, which you couldn't have done that with Klay on the court. So it's just a big loss for the Warriors, man. They're going to be a playoff team, but it's definitely, the title hopes is definitely a far stretch unless we can see a miraculous season by Stephen Curry, which will boost his status up even more if he can lead this team to a championship, or even if he can get this team to compete for a championship. Because I think it's a playoff team, but if Steph can get this team into the top 3 in the West and probably, get to the Western Conference Finals, that would be a big feat in itself. That's all I got to say about it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Peace.